Being in the flow of money is the norm. Before I start, this video and the following 3 are not questions. They are things I would like to talk about. I had another session yesterday that was similar to many others I have had about money. I have mentioned what I'm going to mention here before, but I think I want to go into details because it is so important. This client was making money relatively easy, but she was not making a lot of it, and she knew that she could make a lot, but she kept sabotaging herself. Self-employed, and the biggest reason is her soul was sabotaging her because other souls were complaining to her soul that she takes away their lessons. And how does she do this? She gives money to whoever needs it. In her close family circle, of course. She's even helping her ex-husband whenever he needs money. So the souls of these people that she is helping are complaining to her soul. Otherwise, she has money in her book. By the way, I'm saying this backwards. When we write our life book, we don't say, I'm going to put money in this life. Being in the flow of money is normal. This is nature. This is the way our universe is. We are always in the flow of abundance without having to do anything. However, sometimes, or many times I should say, in a life book, a soul would put obstacles to money, obstacles to abundance, to force itself to ask questions so that it can use these questions as opportunities to go deeper into itself or to learn more, or sometimes merely to see how it will handle it. Will it handle it with grace, or will it start panicking? You see, we might stress out here when we are not making money, but for our soul, it's a game. That's all it is. So it says, let me see what I would do if I lost all my money, or if I'm not making money. So this is when it would put a blockage to money in the book. If it doesn't do that, being in the flow of money is perfectly normal. It is how the universe works. Now, give me 1 second because I got disconnected. Being in the flow of money. She's giving money away. Oh dear, this is what happens sometimes. It happens. Okay, let me start with what I know about her and hopefully it'll come back. No, even that is not coming. I'm going to turn it off for a second and turn it back on as soon as I get reconnected. Yes, now, it will really help us to understand that we cannot just go and help our family members financially without them asking, because we take away their lessons. And because Earth is a school, lessons come first. So their soul will come to your soul and say, hey, cut it out. And your soul will say, no problem. And then it blocks your abundance. I remember a long time ago, I heard it last year, I think. Somebody was saying on YouTube that success, meaning financial success, success is no longer a mystery. We have figured it out. There is so much truth in this saying. We have figured it out. We know we live in an abundant universe. So I would say, instead of focusing on how to make money, let's ask ourselves, how am I blocking money? Why am I not in the flow of money? Money, the energy of money, is like a river. All we need to do is get in it. So try and ask yourself these kinds of questions. How come I'm not in the river of money? And what can I do to get into it? Most times it is our thought, the way we think or what we believe about money, or the way we speak. The most common ridiculous phrase we say is, I don't want too much money, just enough to live comfortably. So then the energy of money says, okay, I'll go somewhere else. Here, you take this little teaspoon of money, and I'll go somewhere else to someone who's holding a bucket or two. That's how it is. And if you can start seeing money as energy, that's the beginning for you to go into the flow. But you will stop. You will need to stop the need you have to help others. Oh, there's a funny thing that happens all the time. I learned this from family constellation. It's another form of therapy. I'll go back to this in 1 second. She said to me yesterday, like many clients have said, I've helped people or I've helped members of my family, and now they're angry at me. Yes, I learned this from family constellation, what I'm going to say now. Because in the universe, one of the major universal laws is the exchange of energy. There always needs to be an exchange of energy. So when we help people without them asking, and they are not giving anything in return, or for whatever reason they cannot pay us back, there is an imbalance of energy, and they get angry. And they get angry at you, even though you have helped them, because you're the one that imbalanced the energy. And they can't seem to balance it again. So this is why so many times you will hear people saying, I helped her and now, yes, you didn't help her, baby. You simply imbalanced the energy. And now she cannot balance it again. So yes, she's angry at you. Or she's snappy when you're around. Now, we're not talking about a cup of coffee here. But when you're really helping out with hundreds of dollars, sometimes even thousands of dollars, that person might not be in a situation where they can pay you back for for years. You might say, I don't want the money back. I know, but the universe does. It's not about you. I'm going to be mean here for a while. Contrary to popular belief, you are not the center of the universe. So the universe does want the money back. Now, as yesterday's client said, but I can see that they are suffering. They are not suffering. They are in their earth classroom. You do not have a right to go into that classroom and pull them out. So, unless they ask, if they ask for help and then you want to give, that's different. You do not go into their blueprint. There's another thing here. This blueprint or life book, when we go and help someone, again, we're not talking about helping an old lady cross the street. This takes 30, 40, 50 seconds. We're talking about helping someone to where it changes their immediate life. When we go and help someone without being asked by them, we go into their book and we come out of our book. And if we have money in our book, we cannot make this money because we have come out of our book and we have gone into someone else's book that for this time of their life, they don't have money. So that's another thing that happens when we go to help without having been asked. Again, I might have mentioned this before. Do not get ridiculous now if you're a nurse and say, are you telling me not to help people? People that are in the hospital have gone there for help. So if you don't want to start thinking differently, that's okay. But don't find these ridiculous excuses. Because every time I mention this to a client, they would say something like, and what if someone falls down in front of me, I won't help them get up? First of all, I've been on earth for way over half a century. No one has ever fallen down in front of me. So, how often does this happen? But you see, we go to an extreme so that we won't do what we need to do, so that we can stay in things that don't work simply because they are comfortable. As the Americans say, the devil I know is better than the devil I don't. So I'll stick with the devil I know. I don't like that I'm poor. I don't like that I have stress about money, but I know this. What you're telling me now, I don't know yet. I have no proof of this. So let me find a stupid excuse to stay with the devil I do know, which is okay, it's your choice. But in this case, stop complaining. That's all. I will leave it at this.